He was a kid from Lubbock that wrote his own hits, and he shaped how rock and roll bands would work, and he left rock and roll a blueprint before a winter night. Well, it cut the story short. I'm Matt Haskell. I'm a high school history teacher, and I'm taking you through Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire line by line, and in this episode, we're working on Buddy Holly. When Billy Joel sings Buddy Holly, he points to that bespectacled songwriter, guitarist, who helped invent the modern rock band. He was born in Lubbock, Texas in 1936, and Buddy Holly grew up on country and gospel and R&B, and then he fused them into something kind of punchy and melodic with his group, the Crickets. Unlike many 50s stars who relied on outside teams, Buddy Holly wrote, arranged, and recorded his own material, laying down the template for a self-contained band that played its instruments and crafted its sound. The breakthrough came in 1957 into 1958 with That'll Be the Day, Peggy Sue, Oh Boy, Every Day, and Not Fade Away. The records feel simple, but there's craftsmanship everywhere. There's the rhythm of the Stratocaster, the hiccuping vocals, the tight two-guitar interplay, and just a clean drum pattern that you can clap to. In Norman Petty's studio in Clovis, New Mexico, Buddy Holly experimented with overdubs, double-tracked vocals, slapback echo, and just crisp arrangements that kept the song front and center. What we now call producer-artist thinking, building the track, not just performing it, was part of Buddy Holly's daily work. And the look mattered too. The thick-rimmed glasses, a tight, lean suit, and an easy stage presence offered a different kind of star, kind of bookish, kind of approachable, and also modern. Teenagers recognized themselves. Future musicians saw permission to lead a band without surrendering writing or studio control. And the influence arrived fast. British kids learned the chords. One Liverpool group took inspiration from the Crickets when naming themselves the Beatles. The Rolling Stones cut Not Fade Away. Singer-songwriters clocked how Holly fit, how he fit real feeling into just this tight radio length, his tunes, right? You can trace a line from his, his compact, hooky writing to like the beat boom power pop, and then any garage band that believes, two guitars and a chorus can change a room. Behind the momentum, there was real hustle. Buddy Holly married Maria Elena Santiago in 1958 and moved to New York. He pushed for ownership and better business terms, which strained ties with his old manager. To keep cash flowing, he joined the Winter Dance Party tour across the upper Midwest in early 1959. Just endless miles and cold buses and failing heaters. And after a show in Clear Lake, Iowa, he chartered a small plane, and it crashed shortly after takeoff on February 3rd, 1959, killing Buddy Holly and Ritchie Valens and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson and the pilot, Roger Peterson. And it's a tragedy that would later be remembered as the day the music died. Why does his name belong in the song? Well, because Buddy Holly turned rock from a teen fad into an artist's craft. He proved a band could write its own songs, shape its studio sound, and still light up radio. His catalog is small, but his impact was huge. When we tie it back to Billy Joel's song, in just Buddy Holly's name, Billy Joel captures a career that gave rock its working parts, songs, sound, and a band that does both, but also a loss that taught fans how fragile genius can be. Buddy Holly explains the modern pop workflow. You have artist-written songs, you have band identity, you have studio experimentation, and if you've ever loved a group that plays and writes and records as one singular unit, well, you're living in the house that Buddy Holly framed. If you enjoyed this particular episode, please leave me a like, a comment, or something like that, and a share, I don't know, whatever it is you like to do. And I'm going to keep rolling through Billy Joel's song. And next up after Buddy Holly is Ben-Hur. Thanks for watching.